If he does this, I'll make an I. Okay. Hane's respond, throw in, take, throw in, descend, do this, and I got an I here. Okay. I'm pretty sure I got it. And now I'm almost 100% sure. Yeah, this is at least Seki now. This was really kind of sad. Just letting him get this huge area. It ended up being about 20 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 21 points. Pretty ridiculous. Okay, let's see. Do I need to answer that? Yes, I do. But the good thing is, it means I actually get points here. Maybe. No points. But it's a Gote Seki. So, this is game over. I have too many points now. I have enough. Man, this whole game was pretty rough. Like, I'm really not sure why I played like that. Like, just coming after points and stuff like that. I usually don't do that. Is this bigger? Let's see. Hane, do this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points. I think it's about the same as the monkey jump. But it leaves me strong. Both of them leave me strong in that area. He's getting in some pretty darn good Yose. If we compare areas directly, this area is about as big as this. This is probably a little smaller. This area is way bigger than this. Let's see if we can find a better area. Let's call these equal. No, let's call this and this. This is bigger than this. So this and this is a little bit bigger than this area. But then I have this area versus this and this. And these stones are in Seki. So, yeah. This area versus this, and this. Which, when you just compare it, you can see I'm leading by about 20 points. That is not Sente. This is Sente. Maybe I should have Atari'd and then... Yeah, that would have been nice. But he can't connect, so I can still do this Atari. Yeah, pushing again is not Sente. Maybe that was a bad idea? Yeah. Oh, it makes this move Sente. Yeah. That's not bad. And then I can do this. And then I can say, do you really want that stone? I'm going to say, no. Oh. Okay, well, obviously I'm very bad at reading my opponents. This is Sente against this connection because this Atari is very, very big. Yep. So now I can Hane here, force him to come back this way, because I still got the cut. And if he does this, I might even make it into a Ko. So he's got to answer this. and then I can push here. You know, this area is not as big as I thought. Not as big as I thought. And by coming after this area, I'm sealing off these stones, just preventing any potential of some move like this, followed up by this, you know, and then all of a sudden I'm answering moves all over the place. Ask him if he really wants these stones. Because, you know, he might say no. He might say no. You can always hope that your opponent will say, you know what? I think that you should have them. Because, you know, some people are just, some people are givers, you know, by nature. And they can't help it. And they just say to you, you know what? Listen, I've enjoyed the game we've had so far. We should really just be friends. And this is a parting token. It's my gift to you. You know, usually when you gift your opponent something, it's supposed to be called a sacrifice, so it's really not a gift. But in this case, a sacrifice would just have to be a gift because there's nothing he'd be getting from it. Except your undying devotion. I just realized that this was Atari. I can take it any time I want, which means I want it now. That's Atari here. Ooh, let's do this. This is not Sente, but it is nice. I like it. And it has become Sente. Thank you for Sente. Let's play this. This prevents this, which is very nice because I don't like my shape to get all messed up. Let's ask him if he wants me to ask him if he wants those stones. He'll probably answer here first, and then this. And once he does that, this move becomes Sente. So I have to think about this move being big. Or he might just do this immediately. But I have to start reducing this area because it's starting to, he gets a Sente move here, then he plays here. He's going to get about 2 points from that. So it's not huge. This is Sente for him. It's Gote for me. But it's a nice move to get anytime you can prevent a Sente move. This is a Sente-ish push. Okay, so let's do this. Attaching is a bad idea. And I gotta play this now because if he plays this and then gets this move in, this area gets, he gets a fair few points there. This is kind of Sente for him. No, it's not Sente. I was looking at some kind of weird wedge, but there's no wedge. It's just a turn or a poke. That was always his. We're almost at the end of the game here. He might try to figure out what Aji's in this corner, but because I'm so thick, well, actually I can just connect and let him connect under because there's no way that this can live. That's his. We got a little code to fight over. Now this is kind of Gote, yeah. Okay. You might get this in first. Yeah, I was really fighty this game. I don't know what it was, but it's fighty and territorial. I mean, definitely influence. I like influence, but over here I got greedy. I was like, I want to wipe out everything that's yours. And that's really a bad attitude to have in the middle of a game of Go. It's like, you know that he has more stones there, right? Well, yeah. And you know if he has more stones than you, he's probably going to have the advantage in any fighting, right? Yeah. And you know if he gets a chance, he's going to kill you, right? Yeah. But I do have a super secret follow-up at T19. I shouldn't have told you guys that. It's the only reason I'm one down. Let's see. I'm pretty sure the game's over now. We've got a lot to review. Mostly this over here. And then him poking out this way. Okay, so we are in the middle of a ko. It is a desperate ko for the life and death of stones. This is a double ko threat. It's a ko threat for both sides. So he could have played this before the ko, because I'm just going to use it right away. If he plays it and I respond, then he just eliminated that ko threat in Sente. So that's one thing you can think about. Who gets the double threats? Is that a threat? It is a threat. He gets like 4 or 5 or something. He gets this peep here. I mean, let's see if I even have a lot of threats. I've got this one. Ooh, this one's nice. I like this. This is a huge threat. It's like I am threatening everything because I've got this follow-up threat here. I gotta at least play those. That is a threat. Oh, I can't. I was thinking about this as a threat, but because there was an Atari here and then I could do this. But the ko kind of takes that out of contention. Good thing I thought about my move before I made it, because sometimes I don't. Okay, back to the code. You know what? I'm starting to think he has more threats. He's got this. He's got this. Plus, I really don't like Yosei-Kos. They're just... I mean, I know it's a point. It is a point. And I totally get that. But... I don't know. You know, honestly... At the end of the game... If it comes down to a half a point, a lot of times I'm like, he can have it. Because I like to win by a lot. I'm not going to lie. That's probably one of my worst things. I'm going to go ahead and pass. I think he has more co-threats. I think he does. I've got this. Some other ones. What did he just do that for? Let's pass again. Does he have anything in this area? Or is he just... Oh, that was actually a point. Oh, okay, so he got 2 points. Yeah, well, I missed that. I saw this as a ko threat, but I'm like, I'm not going to play it because I'm going to pass the ko. Should have passed next to move. But I think I'm winning anyway. Yes. Shouldn't be thinking I'm winning when I'm 36 points ahead. I should really be like, I'm winning, but I'm horrible at counting. Thanks for playing. Good game. It was fun. And it was a lot of fun. It was a great game. Let's see what kind of disasters I made. When he played something like this, I really don't know what to do here, because actually, I should have done this. This, not so much for the variation I was talking about, but for Sente. Because if he decides to capture this stone, it's Gote, and then I can get my move in here. And then when he does this, I get my move in here. Yeah, this would have been way better. It makes him very thick in the corner, but white gets a nice formation, and he gets Sente, so basically I got to approach and duck away and go somewhere else. Got a position and got to move elsewhere. So this is even, definitely even result. He's talking, he's like, I thought R3 here. And R3 is definitely good. You could also consider R6, because R11 is attackable later and far away. So like, if I kick, then this is kind of not just an attack. I mean, he's a little bit more cramped, but he's got moves here. He's got a solid position. This is invadable, and this is kind of undercut. Maybe good for white. So then this was all good. I think it's even here. I think this should be D10. Because D10 is just very nice with this formation. Nice double wing. It's very, very good. He's got a follow-up here. So that cap, oops, that instant cap, I mean, it's just too good for white. And then this variation, I mean, it gets him solid, but me getting this, and he gets to reduce it, but in the reduction, he's also placing a stone very close to his own influential position. So he's almost, if you were to consider this as a reduction stone against this, for white it would be perfectly placed, which means for black it's a little close. If you get what I'm saying, black should be extending farther from his influence than white should be reducing most times. So like if white wants to play here, black maybe wants to have a stone here and expand like this. So it's a little bit cramped that way. Okay, so let's go on. I think this was early. Q10 instead of K17. I liked K17, except it was a little close to P18. You know what? I can't go back and forth with him and y'all. Hey, I'm streaming this game, talking out my thoughts. You can watch on YouTube later. Okay. So this was just not, it didn't work. There was something else I was looking at, like once I play this move, if he decides to Atari this, yeah, it just doesn't work. Never mind. I was thinking he could do this. He could do this. It's really ugly looking, but he could capture these two stones. It is really ugly looking. Let's see. It might not even work. Actually, no, it doesn't even work. Okay. I was thinking that during the game, but so yeah, this whole this whole idea here just doesn't work because of that little bump. And then push one more, Hane here. This move, not this one, but this is taking out weak stones from the middle of strength. And it's just like, now I have a target, and this target's going to make me stronger. And yeah, these stones are getting stronger, but he doesn't really, he's not getting what he should. And here, first thing I should do is this. Now I'm not even really all that weak here. But once he descends and I get this, now I've got ironclad territory here. It's super thick and strong. If I get a peep against this, then I'm doing really well. So even with this and him getting this, I still like my position, except the problem is, I mean, I get Sente here versus Gote the other way, which means maybe Q9 is better because I can save S4 or he can take it at this time and it's just not going to work for him. So Q9 could be viewed as a trick play, I guess, because him taking Gote it's really big here, okay? What I should be doing, I think, is just settle these stones. And not really care about disconnecting this. That was really, really super aggressive. And it didn't end up working out very well. I turned a very good position into a not so good position. So he plays this. This was a great move by him. Even though he still got a bad position, I think that this is exactly what he should be doing. I have a Hane here, but he can cut it. So it becomes some kind of weird fight. And if I'm not alive here locally, all of this becomes very urgent and fighty and aggressive and complicated. If I am alive here, then all of this becomes very light and free and attacking, and that's all I'm doing. I'm just like, la-di-da, live where you want, I'm going to seal off this area, or something like that. So this move was great, which means that instead of trying to attack him here, I shouldn't worry about that. I should say, you know what? This is pretty big. Once I'm at this point, now I can go back. Peep here, do this, and now he doesn't have that move, and so he's got to extend, and then I push. Or he can do that Hane. I'm not really sure how to respond to the Hane. Maybe if he Hanes, I can Hane. No. I don't know. I don't know what to do. Because it looks like I have to respond. I mean, it's passive, but it's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 line territory. So maybe I shouldn't be really concerned about taking 6 line territory and trying to get more. Anyway, this became really kind of weird because this group isn't alive yet. This group is now very weak and needs to be brought to life, or, you know, in some sense. And it's also helping him to surround my other weak group. So these 2 weak groups mean that he's in a very, very good position here. I'm not doing well, and I got lucky because I didn't die. So now I do this, and I think I'm alive here. It's very weird to read out, and there could be a way to kill this. It's kind of an awkward shape with throw-in points and a Hane. If I had a move like this in, I would totally be alive. And here I should just do this. But I was like, man, I can't let him get this. He's going to get the whole left side. And you know what? It's my fault. He got the left side because it was my fault. I gave him the left side when I Hane'd here. It's his now. It's not something I can take away from him. It's the natural result of the position. So it was really my fault for saying, you know, I should be trying for more here, or I should be doing something. But the good thing is, once I get this strong wall, I already have something to attack. So actually the position turns again in my favor, because this and this 2 weak groups, if he pushes out to survive, now he's just dead with this string of stones, and the game is over. I've got this, I've got this. He's got this left side, this, and this little bit corner. So, again, this move was very jealous and greedy, which is a bad attitude. And I didn't even read it out. I was just like, I'm going to be jealous and greedy. And here, I really think that this, because he has 2 ways to connect. And now I've got another set of weak stones. He should do this, because now the whole point is I'm not even alive here. I'm just dead. And the game is over. I just killed myself. So he made a mistake here, because I don't think he thought I was going to sacrifice these. He probably thought I was going to play heavy and decide to keep everything and lose everything. So this move right here now ensures that I'm pretty sure I'm alive. Actually, this throw-in's still pretty nasty. Let's see. Throw in, push up. Yeah. Yeah, I was really in trouble there. That was just everything in this whole area of the board right here wasn't very well thought out. I wasn't thinking about my groups being strong or weak, or what I could do or what I couldn't do. Once he made a mistake here, I just gave myself license to do whatever I wanted, and that doesn't work. But he made a slow-ish move. He should really be, at this point, allowing me to live, because he's already allowed me to live. All his moves that he made in making that mistake allowed the life, so he should allow the life. Now the only thing about it now is I get this cut. And these stones are under attack. So he made a couple of mistakes here, and that changed the position completely. After that, I was totally fine, especially once he took this and I got this move. It's like, I would call this the game over point once I get this, because now this is strong. He's got to go back and take these stones in Gote. These stones die, which makes no corner Aji now. I mean, there's Aji there, but there's nothing measurable. If he gets another move in here, it's probably something I'll have to worry about. But if he clamps, I can do the connection, and I really don't care, because he doesn't have an eye back here. So as long as these stones stay strong, these are going to stay dead. And once those are dead, I mean, it's just pretty humongous. Okay, so he gets that, and I tried some more fancy stuff. Honestly, I was just all about the fancy, and this was, every time I got fancy this game, it was like, okay, I'll just, mess up my whole position. And just look at this. Oh my goodness. There are so many different ways I could have played here that would have been better than this. At least I didn't let him get in here. That would have been kind of embarrassing. Just let him break into that whole big area. And as of this point, I mean, white is still ahead by a huge amount. It's amazing. He got this 20 points almost for free because of this cut. It's like, doodle-doodle. And I ended up getting some points in here because of it. So he probably exchanged 20 points for about 5 points because I still had this move. The Hane wasn't as protected, so maybe 10 points. So he got a 10-point Sente gain here, which is just ridiculous at this stage of the game. At any stage of the game. I mean, I'll take 10 points in Sente. Getting this follow-up was pretty big. And this is all Yose. Nothing really crazy happens. This was what I thought was a bad move, but it let me get this push and this push both in Sente. And then I got to come back here, and then even this is also Sente. So this is actually a very good sacrifice. It was based on a misread, It was a brilliant misread. Absolutely brilliant.